All right, guys, we are live. Today we're going to be talking about the car scene, the car guy life versus the dating life.
Guys, we
What
are
are,
live.
oh, it's, I'm hearing echo on one of our sides. Is that you?
Mine.
That's yours. Okay. So, yeah, we're going live talking about that and basically talk about whether they can coexist, the car scene versus the dating scene. Obviously, a lot of us do it. I'm doing it. A lot of people have healthy, experiences with it. A lot of people have very toxic outcomes. So let's hear it from Nick. So we'll see how that goes. So,
Well, I'm gonna
oh,
be
God.
fairly anticlimactic at the moment. Uh, can
No problem.
dating and tuning or racing coexist? Yes. I've had it with my last girlfriend. She understood what it was like to have a passion, even though she was not into cars, but she was like, I I get it. I don't want to take that away from you. Just go nuts. Like I said, she respected it, and that's what I would look for if I could find a woman at all.
I
But
get
yeah,
it. I
I'm
get
gonna
it.
be a bit more on the racing side because dating nowadays is such a hellhole. Like just how?
I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny it. I
This
don't
dude's
blame you.
got it all though.
Sorry, no.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah, it's a good, yeah,
wisdom here.
yeah. There you go. It's the hair. It's all in the hair, man. No, yeah, I feel like both of them can easily coexist. I mean, not easily. I take that back completely. So, it just goes with a lot of hobbies. So I feel like we're not alone as a car guy thing. It goes for like people who are into guns or into gaming or into sports or whatever it may be. Like, but especially as car guys, we have this passion, and a lot of people don't understand it. They just, if you're in a relationship with a girl, they'll see it as something that's taking away the person I like. So they'll kind of attack it and become toxic sometimes. I'm not saying this is in all the scenarios. I'm just saying it happens sometimes where people don't understand the love and passion you have for something. They just see it as, oh, it's a stupid car. Why are you putting in all this work into a stupid car when you could be paying attention to me? And it happens 9 times out of 10 a lot. And sadly, I see a lot of um, car guys and even some other people kind of folding to that pressure and being like, well, I really love this person. I like cars or I love cars, but I really love this person. I don't want to lose this person. So they'll settle for something, and on the long run, it's like in the short term, that's great. Okay, cool. You may be happy. But on the long run, you end up actually hating that person. You'll end up being like, hey, I love this thing and I can't do this thing because of you. So like I feel like, as humans, we can coexist with finding a spouse that will support something. They don't have to love it. They don't have to do it. They don't have to like work on the car with us, but just let us do
But
our thing, and we'll be
respect.
more and respect. There we go. If you can give us the respect we need to do our passion, thank you. That's all we need. That's all we need. Hold the
I I
flashlight.
mean I may not need you to understand. I may not need you to love it. I just need you to understand and respect. I love it. It-
You don't need to love
It's
it.
my
I
thing.
love it.
And
Exactly.
honestly, if a woman, first off, I make it painfully obvious. Yes, I'm into cars. In case you can tell. So
In
yes, I
case.
will love it, and I will be a lot into it. So if you don't like it right now, doors over there. Sorry, over there.
That,
You get my point.
over
You
there.
get my
You
point.
get
Get that.
Nick. Racers don't need girlfriends.
We don't need, but we want. We do
Yeah,
desire.
you're right. You're right. We do. You get it.
Hey,
Sad boy hours. Sad boy
all right.
hours.
Hold up. For the sake of argument, let's spin this shit on its head. You don't need a race car, but you
Shut
desire one.
up. Yeah, you're right. You're
We
right.
do. We fucking do.
Yeah,
We
I
like to
switch
have
every
it
now and
all.
then.
It does
Yeah.
not always work out though.
No, that doesn't always work out. No, but it can work out. We need it to work out. Okay, we
It is
need.
possible but difficult.
Yeah, I just want to put it to everyone out there. I don't think they should ever give up their passion for cars, whether it's for your spouse, whether it's for, and I'm not saying in a bad way. What I'm saying is like, especially for kids, like if you have a kid, I don't think you guys need to, don't get into the mindset of now I can't do what I love to do. Like your kid is something you love completely, but that doesn't mean you
You
have to
could.
set down your you can. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying you, it doesn't mean you have to set out your passion. You know, you like, you know, I equally love my kid, you know, the person I'm with, and I do my cars, and I work, and I do YouTube. You know, I do all of them at the same time, and I make them coexist, and I make it work. So I just don't think people, as soon as they have a kid or as soon as they get a girlfriend, that they need to completely just throw the car shit out the window and
Oh,
be like
no.
they can't do it. No, you know, I definitely don't think that. And also, I'd like to argue. Sorry, I'd say that having a spouse or a kid or whatever, kind of like you'll keep yourself occupied, and then let's say that Sunday rolls around, you're like, okay, I haven't worked on the car in a minute, and it keeps you like, kind of like when you work on a car every day, it gets boring. But when you don't work on it for a while, it kind of keeps it interesting. It keeps it, you know, what's the word? The fire alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you have something to look forward to. Like, ah,
Exactly.
damn it, I got to work on a car again. You know, it's on the daily,
Exactly.
but when it's your car on the weekend, ooh, I get to work on my baby.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. That's how it
for
is.
example, like I told you before we went live, like because of my job and because of my dad's job, like he works throughout the week,
Mm.
and I'm scheduled like one of two weekend days.
Right.
So that's one day of the week that I can work on my car. And
Oh, that's how good
since
for
I
me.
cannot weld, I do it with my dad. So it's like, for example, next Saturday, I have the day off. So hit up my dad like
Nothing but your
ahead of
car.
time. Saturday, I'm free. Let's wrench on the car. And I can't weld, so my dad has to do it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, shame me if you will. I don't care.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And my friend Josh, he got two kids. And okay, I'm gonna plug my channel if you don't mind. But
Right.
if you go
Go ahead.
to Good Enough Motorsport episode 20, you see my unofficial nephew help, you know, in as far as a 5-year-old can help swap
Mhm.
wheels. But, you know, emotional support is what he's doing. And comic relief, he's doing that while we're working on Josh's Ford Ranger.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
So, I mean, it's nothing much, but little dude's into it.
Right. Yeah. There you go. There you
And
go.
that's another plus if you do it with your kids. You can teach them and pass on the knowledge to the next generation. Hopefully, keep
Exactly.
that fire alive.
Exactly. That's why I love too. Like even if it's something little, it just kind of, it's really cool. It's really cool to, whether it's your like I said, whether it's your spouse or your kid or even your little nephew, whatever it may be. Like it's really cool when they kind of pick up on something. They're like, "Oh, that's cool. Let me try," you know, and then they'll wrench on it, or they'll just be interested about what you're doing, work on your car, whatever it may be. It's really cool to like, you know, have a person that's willing to like open their mind up and be like, "That's interesting," you know.
That or
So
big rigs.
you said what?
Big rigs also.
Oh, on Big Rig?
Bi- yeah, a bit of a tangent, but I was visiting my buddy Josh, and across the street was a 12 wheeler dump truck, Mack CH series,
Uh,
and I knew the owner. He had worked on my mom's. I forgot what it was, but we were well acquainted. So I pick up Buddy like, "Hey, wanna go see that big truck over there?" Like, yeah.
let's
So you
go
know,
for it.
yeah. As the dude, he was super cool. Like, yeah, okay, you can even start it up if you wanna. But like, I'm not gonna go quite that far, but thank you.
Right? Yeah, it's really cool that like, I mean, like I said, it's like this for other things, but I feel like it happens most in the car scene. But it's really cool how like the car scene really brings people together. You know what I mean? Like random strangers that you would never in your life talk to. You're just like,
Dude,
yo, I love your car, man. They're like, really? You want to take a picture? Oh, you want to go? There's a car meet over here, and then y'all become best friends just from
dude,
saying, I love your car. You know?
last year that exact shit happened to me.
That literally happened to me 2 years ago.
Dude, I was at my previous job delivering pizzas with my 9.2, and I come out of an apartment complex, and I see this old 80s Toyota. I can't identify the model worth a shit, man. I do not know what this car is. And there's someone inside. I'm like, hey, bro, what model is that? I don't recognize it at all. Like, oh, it's an 84 Camry. What? That, look, that looks dope. And he's like, oh, what's your model? Is that an 86? No, ain't an 86. Okay, whatever. No, it's not an 86. It's 92. And it was a Friday in a small town called Magog. And every Friday night in the groceries parking lot, there's a classic car meet. I'm like, dude, like, in a couple hours, there's this car meet over there. Like, yours is an 84. They're going to let you in. You know,
Right.
they're not picky about it. I'm like, let's hit it up.
Dude, that's cool.
So,
That is the
yeah,
best
I finished
feeling.
my shift at the pizza place, went to the car meet. Maybe half an hour later, 84 Camry shows up. I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah, like, this is fucking lit. This is dope.
I did not know, dude, at all. First time meeting him, like, hey, let's hit up that car meet.
That's the coolest thing. That's why, like I said, that's what I love about the car scene. Legit, what happened to you happened to me at a car meet. I was like alone. You know, none of my friends wanted to go to car meet. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let them, you know, ruin my fun. I'll go alone. So I went in my Corolla, parked it, went looking around. Somebody in 240 was like, hey, yo, I love your car. I'm like, I love your car. And then we started talking. He's like, yo, there's a big meet. And I'm talking like a big meet where it's like, it's kind of like grid life, like where it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars all lined
Dang.
up, and then it was so cool. He's like, yeah, there's this me, and when I went, I was like, bro, this is a whole new world. It literally felt like I got invited to Race Wars or something. It was so cool, man. I
Oh,
was like,
no.
that's cool, and then I got invited. I met new friends there, and this and that, and it was really cool, man. That's what I love about the car scene. It just opens. You meet so many cool people otherwise that you would never meet, you know, and then you gain connections. You know, people who have good tuner shops or get parts from here or do this or go to track here and blah blah blah. It's really cool, man.
And the thing is, you know, again, like, bring the best of both worlds. If the girl you're dating is interested in that, or, man, like, let's try to be inclusive, you know. If your partner is into that, you can
Yeah.
invite them, like, oh, but I'm not into it. It doesn't matter if you're not into it. Just appreciate the vibes, like the good vibes that the people bring.
Yeah.
You might see a model you like. You don't know what it is. It doesn't matter.
hmm
Oh, I like this one. Do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you about this one? You know, like not the whole specs of the engine, like, oh,
Yeah, no, that's
backstory,
true.
just what it is.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And
I
she,
feel like it's the fun part, telling people what kind of car that, and it's cool because like you'll be in regular traffic, you're like, yo, that's sick. That's a fucking and then you'll say exactly what it is, and it's really cool. They'll just be like, the fuck, like, why do you know that exact car? It's really cool. It's kind of like we have a built-in dictionary in our head. That we
yeah.
just know all these
But
cars.
then
man.
you'll see the owner and you're like, fuck's his name again?
You say what?
Because you'll know, like, pretty much a spec sheet of the car, and then you see the owner, you remember his face. What the fuck's his name again?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know I'm about a car, not about the. Yeah, I had a friend who I literally like. I just kept hanging out with him, and then at one point, it was like after a couple hangouts, I still didn't know his name good. I'm like, damn it, I don't want to ask him what his name is, and then I'm like, fuck, we
Yeah,
hung out like 3 times. I still don't remember his name good. I just know him about a car, bro.
that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah,
And
that.
I've seen people suggest, if you will, or hint, like, oh, just get yourself a girl that's into it. Ain't a lot. There ain't a
That
lot,
and it's.
honestly.
I'm not trying to be mean, but
I am.
it's like I'm gonna say 2 ways of it. One, there are girls are in the car scene that aren't actually in the car scene. They're just there for the attention, you know.
That's a lot.
Okay, you know, and it's a lot. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, it's.
Okay, not
I'd
really
rather not.
bashing, but it's just, you know, okay, you
There's
like
a good
cars, but
amount
I
of it.
mean, so far as building your own engine, you know, and setting it up for the track, we're not quite on the same level, is all I'm saying. If
Yeah,
they
I
like
mean,
it at a surface level and they want to stay there and enjoy the attention, okay, fine. I'm not into it.
yeah, it's kind of like not only just girls, I'm saying guys. There's even guys are in the car scene, but they're not.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah, yeah.
even. They don't
Also,
even like. They don't even. It literally shows that they don't like it. They're just doing it because they want the clout. They want to be like, oh, I'm that guy. You know.
yeah, yeah, like they'll have a fully loaded like BMW, like nice cars, luxury, but bone stock.
Yeah, and they don't
Um,
even.
okay,
Yeah, that's
nice
true.
car, okay, but the stock BMW. By
Yeah,
comparison, my Corolla, I swapped the engine, the transmission, did the wheels, the suspension, got some cluster, Stanley
yeah.
ECU,
One
like
second.
long ass list. Like we are not
My
the
bad.
same.
We are not the same. No, I feel like even stock owners can like be in the inclusive in it. I feel like it's the stock owners that just get the car and like how do I say it?
To get the ladies.
Yeah, there
But
we go. They're only there because they want either to get girls or they're there because they want the attention. Like, oh, I
guys,
have the cool car. I have the cool car. It's stock, but I have the cool car. You know,
yeah.
I want to
But
be
you
the
know what that
guy.
brings more than ladies?
Guys,
Guys.
literally,
Like, oh yeah,
literally.
I'll show up with my classic Porsche, get all the ladies. It's all a bunch of dudes like, oh, is that a 930? Is that the Turbo, the Carrera, the Targa? Whatever.
I
Dude, I'm just trying to get laid here. Piss
Yeah,
off, y'all.
piss off. It's true. I mean, honestly, the only way because like girls don't know this, but like for when it comes to like high end cars, only cars that you're gonna get they're gonna be like that. The girls they don't know what car it is, but they know it's like oh up there in money. It's cars like higher for example higher end Carreras or the GT3 or fucking maybe McLaren or like literally cars are like kind of that supercar status, but they actually look like not normal traffic if you know what I mean. You get what I'm
Right,
trying
right.
to
They
say?
stand out. What I've observed, at least in my area in Quebec, a lot of girls seem to like GTIs and Subarus.
That's crazy, really. That's
They're good
interesting.
cars, but I'm like,
That's
really,
interesting. Like the
GTIs and
car girls or the
Subarus?
random people or the just the random girls aren't into cars.
I don't know.
Just in
I,
general.
I honestly, I've talked to a few girls that are like more in depth into it, but they're extremely rare. And if I may quote Alex Flores from that dating channel, which is literally the channel name, that dating channel,
Mm.
he doesn't want to date a girl that's into cars or that has a project car because he's got his own shit. But if he gets a girl that's into it, all his time, all his money will go into her project. And I think that's a fair
Oh,
point.
interesting.
Yeah.
I I feel like you gotta find because if you could find someone who actually is into cars and they're building their project, if they're like I want to say a type of person that like when you start dating them, they're like, well, this is my shit. You're not gonna pour anything into this. This is me. Like you do your car, I do my car. But I feel like there are some. Yeah, you're right. Like there are some like I feel like girls. They're like, like, hey, want to help me with my turbo? And then you focus on only building her car when you're trying to build yours. So I feel like there's best of both worlds. I feel like there's more of what you're saying too, though. But I feel like there's some genuine ones that are more on like I'll do me. If you want, I'll help you too. But like I'm gonna do my car. Don't be putting anything in. But at the same time, that's like the 5%. That's it's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
all good things.
Well,
It's like a diamond or something. You're not gonna find something that's
honestly,
good in high demand.
my last girlfriend, like, big praise on her, really. Like, the relationship did not work out, but her attitude, her mindset about my passion, like, I would like to go to a track, I would invite her. She may or may not come. Like, she would
Yeah,
either let me have my day, or she'd be like, yeah, I kind of want
I'll
to see what
join.
that's about. Like, I'm
Both
not
are
gonna
both
ride
are
shotgun.
cool.
Of course, she's not gonna drive, but like, I'm not gonna ride because I might feel, not well.
Right.
But yeah, I want to see what that's about. I want to see the experience. Okay, you
Which is
don't
cool.
have
Both
to
are
be
good.
into it. That's the thing. You don't
Yeah.
have to be into it, but at least respect. And if you want to experience here and there, you're welcome. We're,
Exactly.
most car guys are very, like, very welcoming to that. Like, yes, yes, come to a track,
Exactly. Go
come
ahead.
to a
You want
track
to
day,
know?
ask questions, look at the cars. Like, oh, what's that setup? You know what,
Hmm.
dude?
You,
Now, yes, glowing. Dude, I saw a K-swapped Miata last year.
me
That
too.
blew my mind, and I
Me
took
too. I saw the
pictures.
import face on.
Yeah, I took pictures, so I showed it to my friends. Some knew, some were like, some of them knew what was up, but some others, men and women, most
Well,
women
like, what's
had
that?
no clue what they were looking at. Like, it's just a Miata. Yeah, but it's
Like,
got a
what's up?
Honda engine. That's not supposed to fit in there. That's not meant to fit in there. That's why I'm really losing my shit over this. Like,
Yeah.
oh, really? Okay,
Like,
interesting.
that's
Like,
weird. Right.
yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, dude, we are weird. But let's face it, we're happy little weirdos in our world, but goddamn it, we're happy. Do not take the
Uh-huh.
happiness away from us. That's all
Happy.
I'm asking.
We are happy.
Yeah, we are.
All the people here, we are happy
Oh, but
people.
I heard you swearing like throughout the night last night. Yeah, it was insulting part. Yeah, I was not happy then, but now it's insulting. Now I'm happy.
It's funny, literally,
It's
because you'll see me in the
don't
phases of
question the
hating my
logic, honey.
car. Yeah, because when I'm working on my car, I'm like, this fucking piece of shit won't fucking, and I'll be like so into it, and then I'll be like, man, it's working, bro. It's sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, come to think of it, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, last summer, my Corolla had 3 major failures. 2 of them were electrical and very easily solved. One was a fuse. A fuse blew a long time ago. Me and my dad wrapped some wire around it to keep it from blowing,
mhm.
and that failed. But when I
Yeah.
pulled it out, I just wasn't sure about it. So eventually, okay, switch it out, see what happens. Oh, okay, it works now. Okay, a
Magical.
fuse, no big deal. Then release bearing. I didn't inspect it. I thought it was fine. That's on me. I assume an assumption is the mother of all fuck ups. Change it to a
Me,
flywheel.
that's how I blew my engine. There's oil in there.
And yeah, you assume there's oil in there. And then after doing the clutch job, in the morning, it would start and then shut off. Like,
Damn.
it would end up shutting off no matter what. I look all over, I'm troubleshooting, call my dad over like half an hour away, and it says something. Are you sure all your bolts are tight? Yeah, sure, like transmission is on.
Be like that.
And then I start poking around, and then the ground strap from the chassis to the transmission, the bolt is loose. Tighten that sucker up, starts right up.
Right up. Yeah.
Well,
That's fuck
me.
Man. That's a similar story happened to me. My uncle's a master mechanic, and it was back when I had my 1990 GTS. So I was trying to get it started. I checked spark. I checked everything. Was not running. I was like, maybe it's not getting enough fuel pressure. Could I figure it out? He's like, what? He literally came over there, took all the spark plugs out, cleaned off the spark plugs because they had too much gas. Cycled the engine with the fuse out, and just let the engine cycle, kind of like basically because the engine was flooded. Is what happened. It was flooded with gas because I cranked it so much. And he put it all back together, and then boom, fired right up. I was like, "You're fucking kidding me!" He was like, "Yeah, you just flooded the engine from cranking it." I was like, "Wow."
Well, okay, that's a pretty easy fix, thankfully. But aside from that, like it ran like a top. Like, no problems, really.
I feel like that always happens to us car guys. Like, there's always some simple fix that we don't see.
Yeah. Like, either you assume it's not it, or in my case, I just didn't know quite enough.
That's true. That happens to me.
Or I got complacent, or slipped my mind, or some shit. Like,
all the above happened to me, and especially now. Yeah.
But the Micra, my Nissan Micra was for weeks going limp at random. You could set off, turn a street corner, and then it would not go above 1500 RPM.
Ah, limp mode, yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Shut it off, start it again, okay. Does it again? What the fuck? Unhook the battery, hook it back up. A friend of mine has a Blue Driver module. Hooked it up. It said general electric failure.
That's
Well,
specific.
that's not good. No.
That's
I'm like,
specific.
am I gonna have to throw away the whole fucking car? Have it diagnosed at the Nissan dealership. Turns out the catalytic converter is clogged up like crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy how one system affects another system.
So
It has nothing to do with it, you know.
yeah, turns out it's still under warranty. Okay, good. Change the cat. Oh, you can't just change the cat, and the whole exhaust system needs to be changed. Okay,
Wow.
how much? $2,000.
Ha 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 ha.
So then I thought, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I had this piece of shit CVT driven car. I'm gonna put it back into shape and sell it. And with it, I'm gonna get something I really want to get, that, something I like enough to maintain well, but not so much that it won't become another project.
Right. Makes sense.
So I've settled, if I can find a clean one, an E120 Corolla, like a 0405 Corolla manual. I can get a clean one. I'm good.
That's true. Yeah, those are nice.
It's going to be the winter car, the backup, daily.
All the above.
Yeah.
All the above.
So it doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to drive well, be reliable.
Well
E120 Corolla, I'm good.
Well enough. That's dope. At least you had that.
Good enough.
Motherfucker. Trying to put a fly
dude,
on there, so.
almost 27 minutes already. Dang.
There we go. Right?
One
thing I gotta say, but one thing I gotta add before we get anywhere close to finishing is I feel like, building off of what you said earlier, is when you were talking about what was it? You were saying that your friend is like, oh, I wouldn't look for a car girl or something of the sort.
No. Alejandro Flores. He works for Lawn Racing, tuning Mustangs.
Yeah.
Like, okay, shout out to the guy. Not that I know him personally, but he makes good shit. A lot of live streams. Alejandro Flores, he's Hispanic, of course. And that dating channel, like, there's a lot of videos, a lot of content, but if you can spare a bit of time, check him out.
Yeah, probably definitely will.
Yeah, it's worth it. And dude, he's politically incorrect. Like, he doesn't give a damn who he offends with the way he talks. Like, dude, that's how I see things. That's how I say it. If you got a problem, you can get the fuck out right now.
Right, exactly. I'll check him out. I'll definitely, and if anyone in the stream is watching, definitely I'd say check him out. See what Nick is talking about.
I'll send you a link after this.
Oh, but building off of that, what I was gonna say is
what you were gonna say.
Any car guy, sorry, let me get this. Any car guy that's wanting to be in a relationship, I'd say just look at the person as a whole. Like, honestly, when I look for a spouse, I'm not looking for anything about my car realm at all. I'm just looking at what the person is as it is, and if they're a car person, awesome. But I'm just looking at the person. That's it. That's all you got to worry about. And also, like, it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever felt this, but it's kind of like you're undercover car guy. So when you're in person, you're just doing you're going to the supermarket, you're getting your groceries, going to the parking lot, putting it, whatever it may be. You're like, random.
It's obvious you're a car guy.
Huh?
Even at the grocery, it's obvious. Dude, yeah, you're drifting. Tell me you haven't done that. Tell me you haven't done that.
Yeah, okay. All right, you got me there. But when you're doing mundane stuff, though, and then randomly, let's say a car passes or somebody's car's not starting, that's when you become that. You're like,
brake squealing.
I'm a car guy. Yeah, exactly. Like, you randomly bring out
he needs to have that shit checked out.
Exactly. So, like, I feel like it's kind of like that. It's just like, you're a normal person, and then when you want to bring out that car side, you will. And that's how I feel like with relationships. Just be, your normal self. Like, look for a person that you genuinely want to be with. And 9 times out of 10, maybe you're lucky that 10% they actually might be either a person who likes cars, or B, a person who really likes that you like cars and is willing to be, do that.
Supportive.
Supportive. There we go.
Yeah.
But I want to say, don't be like in the thumbnail I made. Don't be like Ichiki or Ikitani, where they're like, racers don't need girlfriends. Shout out to Ivan. But yeah, man. So I feel like that's one thing we should take away from this entire
Thing is,
stream.
honestly, like, dude, it's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to find the right person for me. I do, but dating nowadays is so difficult with women being hypergamous, always looking, for the next best deal or next best guy, whatever. Like, and it's difficult. I'm hoping. I still foolishly hold out hope that there is one for me out there.
There is, dog.
Like,
not to sound all uppity, but there is.
And again,
all hard things are hard to get because they're good, and they can't. If it was easy, everyone would have it. Not all people have good.
A lot of things are easy to get. You just catch a fucking bundle.
That too. Either they cost a lot or they're hard work. It's kind of like when you're working, when you work out your body and you get a 6-pack or you get like arms, whatever. Like, it takes, no matter how much money you need to put in, lots, like steroids aside, you need to put lots of fucking effort, time to build yourself as a person. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like you gotta build yourself up as a person to be able to get a person of that tier. I don't know.
I had a 6-pack, but then I took this one out the fridge.
This guy, I don't blame you. If I drink, I don't blame you.
Dude, look at me. I'm liking up as it is. I don't need to maybe bulk up a little bit, but I'm honestly not motivated for fitness-wise.
Right. What was that? Sorry, my bad.
Like I said, I'm super lanky, right? I'm scrawny kind of guy, like wide, like 5'10", maybe 160 pounds, but it's like I'm just not motivated to really like bulk up and get into fitness.
I'm the opposite right now. Right now, I'm just completely motivated to do it.
Oh yeah. I saw your story. Like, dude, good for you. Absolutely, go for it.
Appreciate it. I'm trying to be big out here.
I can still pull out carts out of the ditch at my job. Like, dude, these arms are not big, but they got nerves in them.
No, I mean that's what happens to a lot of people, especially in the work field. Like, we end up being like, we don't look as strong as we are, but we are pretty strong as it is. You know what I mean?
Gotta swing that BFH.
There we go. There you go, bro.
I mean, just so we are on the same page. You know what BFH stands for, right?
Not at all.
Big fucking hammer.
There we go.
Really?
I didn't know. No, I just went with the flow.
And you call yourself a mechanic. You don't know what a BFH is.
Shut up, bro.
Like, dating normies? Nah. Nerds.
Like, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna be honest though. Like, a girl that's about 5'5", 5'4", thick, with glasses, nerdy kind of girl. Gets me going.
You're over there, instead of Build-A-Bear, it's Build-A-Girl. You're like, let me. This is what I want. Christmas list. Let me write it up for Santa. This is what I want. If it's available, let me know.
Yeah, right. That's why I still haven't got mine.
It'd be like that.
So
you'll get yours. Everybody
out
there,
car first.
Will get theirs. You'll worry about the car. Hey, to be fair, any of you guys who are not in a relationship right now, and you're all like, very like adamant on, like, one thing I gotta say is, like, for now, focus on what makes you happy. So, like, right now, if you have the opportunity that you're single, focus on that car. Dive all in and just go into it. And on the side, if you want to build yourself up and get yourself into the dating scene, cool. But definitely just, like, take the time that you have if you, A, are single, B, don't have a kid, and you have plenty of time, let's say outside of work, throw it all into your car and just do it. Because when you have like things like a relationship or a kid, you lose all the time you thought you had. It just got like if you think you don't have time now, if you have a girlfriend and or kid, you have zero time. It's just out the window. Like before, I remember before I had a kid, I just I was like, man, I never have time, bro. I never have time. And then I had a kid, I'm like, damn, I really don't have time right now,
I
It's
used
like,
to have so
goddamn.
much time.
Right, and it's crazy how much time you didn't realize you had until you lose it. It's kind of like when you get a job that's really good, and then you go for a different job because over time you hate that job, and then you're like, "Fuck, I had a good job.
Yeah,
I
I
should have
had
stayed
it
at that
good.
job." So I gotta say, all of you guys appreciate what you have, whether you're single, whether you're dating, but don't settle for somebody who's not gonna like support your
Nah.
passion. Never, never. Don't matter how hot they are. Doesn't matter how like awesome they are with everything else. No, like if they don't support you and your passion over time, over the longevity of time, you're gonna hate that person. Trust me, over time because you're not gonna do what you love to do. So please take that home, save it, put it in a lockbox, lock it up.
That advice from Brian.
There we go. There we go. So.
Single advice from me. What he said. Can't top that. What he said, that's it.
But all right. Well, let's wrap up the stream. Pretty much really hope you guys got a lot of value out of this.
And that flew by. 36 minutes.
36 minutes.
It
really
right
flew by, So if you're in the dating scene, get what you love. And if you're in the single scene, sometimes you just want to be like racers don't need girlfriends, and I don't blame you, okay? So do what you need to do, work on your car, bro. So,
and if you're in the car scene, get what you love.
Uh-huh. All right. Well,
if it's an R34 GTR, save up, bro.
Oh my God. That's the biggest thing. Save up money while you're single too. So
yeah, they're legal now, so the price that are already ridiculous are gonna go.
I need to step up my game on this YouTube shit so I could get an R34, bro. But all right, Nick. Thank you for joining me. Thank you guys all for watching.
We too.
And we'll catch you guys.
2 is the OG Gojira.
That one too. That's true. But
that one.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next time. Peace. Whee!